it's me, Tiffany. Welcome to my channel where I share all things pregnancy and postpartum related. I am a certified birth and postpartum doula, so that means that I support women and their families on their journey from conception to postpartum. If you haven't had a chance yet, please go check out my website at www.nurturebytiff.com, where you can check out my doula services that I offer. You can check out my childbirth education courses, and you can check out my merch. So in today's video, I am sharing a story out of, I think it's Spring Hill, Florida. There was an incident where a teacher made some threats, and the parents are not feeling it. Like, they are not having it any way, shape, form, or fashion. They want the teacher fired, and they're trying to, figure out why the superintendent and the school board are not taking what this teacher said seriously. So I'll play the clip for you and come back and we'll talk about it.
But was instead an expression of frustration at student behavior.
The comments were made by a teacher at Fox Chapel Middle School. Aramis Rosario is one of the parents who got the call.
I was told that the teacher had stated they were going to shoot the kids and they were going to then kill themselves. I just was very upset and furious at the fact that they would allow a teacher to still work here with students, knowing that she said that.
Fox 13 cannot confirm what this teacher in question said. The district did say she mentioned she was frustrated with how her students were behaving, and upwards of 24 parents brought their concerns to the school board tonight.
Something was said and we were kept in the dark for weeks.
I'm just basically here trying to gather facts so I can decide whether or not to pull my son out of Fox Chapel.
So I just want to know why we're not taking this more seriously instead of just letting somebody come back into the school that we really don't know if they're ready to do so.
And like I said, several parents demanded the district explain what this teacher said, but Superintendent John Stratton refused, leading to some heated exchanges.
I can't share all the facts with you, but I can tell you I respect the Sheriff's Department and his team, and I respect my team. And both of those groups, who do this all the time, I'll remind you, determined there was not an imminent threat. This is not a back and forth. I've given you an explanation. So, with that said, let him speak. With that said,
so that was the story. I can understand 100% why these parents are concerned. Okay, you send your children to school. We've had so many active shooter issues when it comes to school. You know what I mean? You've got people that just walk into schools and they'll shoot and take out students and teachers. And I feel where they're coming from. I know they're just like, what this teacher said, how she's ready to take out some students, and she was also ready to take out herself. That's very concerning, very concerning. And if I was to get a call from my children's school, I want to know what the heck is going on. I would also want to know as well, why are y'all not taking this seriously? You have to be careful what you say, because whether she meant it or not, it's a thing of safety. You want your kids to be safe, okay? And like I said, I completely understand these parents' concerns. Now, firing her, I don't really know if she should be fired. And the reason I say that is because I know that teachers have it hard. They have it really hard. In my line of work in healthcare, I have patients that are teachers, and the things that they tell me that they're dealing with, it's a lot, it's a lot. And my hat goes off to teachers. They have to deal with so much. We had the pandemic, and they had to deal with all of that. And then you have students coming back in who have been out of school for a year or two, and you're having to do all this on top of things that the school board is needing from you, or the board of education or whatnot. They have their demands and criteria that you need to meet. It's a lot of pressure on these teachers, and I feel like a lot of anxiety, depression, and things like that have definitely increased, especially since the pandemic, within a lot of people in a lot of different job fields as well. Maybe taking a leave of absence, maybe going to get some type of help or evaluation, because, you know, whether she was serious or not, when you make a statement like this, it could be a cry for help. You know, whether she meant it or didn't mean it, for you to actually verbalize that and say, you know, hey, I feel like I want to hurt someone and I could potentially hurt myself. You know, it could be a cry for help. You know, wanting to have her fired, I don't really know. I don't really know if taking her job from her is the right move. I would say trying to incorporate some type of EAP or employee assistance, you know, any type of therapy or like help with something, because it's obvious that there is something going on here. But I know the top priority is to make sure that your children are safe, you know, and it's a parent's right. If they don't feel like their children are safe and they don't want to let their kids go back to school, then, you know, by all means, let your child, you know, stay at home until you feel like the situation is rectified, or you enroll your child in another school. You know, the fact of the matter is, every day that we step out of our house, there's some type of danger. Okay, with you just cranking up your car and you driving, there is some type of danger, whether it comes from your teacher, whether it comes from a stranger, whether it comes from your student, your child, your significant other. There is some type of danger that you're going to have to encounter, you're going to face. We want everyone to be as safe as possible, you know, especially your children. When you send them to school, you want them to be as safe as possible. And when something like this comes along, it increases, you know, your fear and your anxieties and your worries. And I can, like I said, I can 100% understand where these parents are coming from. But I don't know if I can jump on the bandwagon and say she needs to be fired, because what if it was you, you know, feeling some type of way, you know, at work, or feeling like you need some type of help? Is you losing your job the answer to that? You know what I'm saying? It's something deeper, you know, than that. And like I said, maybe trying to get her some help, or, you know, seeing what even caused you to say this or feel this way anyway, you know. So like I said, like a leave of absence, some type of counseling or something. But firing her, I can't really say I agree with that. If you feel like I'm wrong, that's your right, you know. But I don't know. I don't feel like that can solve the problem. So yeah, I heard that story this morning, and I kind of researched it a little bit more and try to go to more details. And I just wanted to jump on here and share that with you all quickly. So what are your thoughts on the matter? Those of you who have kids that are in school, would you feel comfortable sending your children back to school? You know, if you heard a teacher had made some type of threats like this, would you feel comfortable sending them back? Would you want to pull them out and let them stay home? You know, what are your thoughts on this? How would you feel, and what would you do? All right. So I look forward to your comments. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.